32,000 total rapes and sexual offences registered in India in 2021. 73% cases result in acquittal. 89% perpetrators known to the victim. 10% victims under the age of 18 years. Stats from the National Crime Record Bureau (NCRB), and 50% women who experience unwanted physical contact or advances. 52% women who decided not to file a complaint. 25% complaints from the IT/ITES domain, and 44% complaints from BFSI sector. Findings from a workplace survey conducted by the Women's Indian Chamber of Commerce and Industry, Council of Ethics. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and everybody who's listening to this talk on a book review. Yes, today I'm here to review a book on POSH Act. POSH Act. Me and my better half, Kranti, Dr. Kranti, we have started our journey of learning the POSH Act. I'm in a process of getting certified as a trainer and consultant. Few months back, most of us are aware of this very heinous act, and the rape happened to the doctor, one of the doctors in Kolkata, and how brutally she was murdered. So me and my better half were watching this news, and my wife was in tears, and she said, in every session I need to sensitize on I respect women. So since then, in my every session, be it for the soldiers or the students, or maybe for the teachers or the traders, I have this an oath 3 times: I respect women, I respect women, I respect women. I do sensitize that, and of course, that's on a very serious note. To begin with my family, me and my wife, we always, make a point that our son follows it very, very seriously. And my better half, Dr. Kranti, suggested me, we should know what is this POSH Act. I mean, the Prevention of Sexual Harassment at workplace for women, and we were just trying to understand from where we should learn this. And I spoke with one of my friends who happened to be a POSH trainer. So then we eventually enrolled with the CHRMP, it is Certified Human Resource Management Professional, and actually we are in the process of getting certified. I couldn't resist myself when it comes to a book review, because we additionally got 2 books, and this is one book which I would like to review very, very briefly, very, very succinctly. This is FAQs on the POSH Act by Dr. Bharat Nain. So it's a wonderful book, but before I get into the book, I recall a statement of Dr. B.R. Ambedkar, and Dr. B.R. Ambedkar had said that I measure the progress of a community by the degree of progress of women achieved. Let's get into this book, and let me tell you a little bit about the POSH. That this POSH was legislated in 2013, December 2013, to be precise, 9 December 2013. It was enacted. And what are the FAQs on this book, POSH Act? So, sexual harassment and exploitation of women is a scourge in our world, and we all must strive to eradicate it. Dr. Bharat Nain. Well said, sir. And a lot of testimonials from different walks of leaders, not just the women, but the men as well. So, Dr. Bharat Nain, the author of this book, is also the co-author of FAQs on arbitration in India, a comprehensive and practical book on the subjects of arbitration. He is a corporate professional with over 40 years of experience, including 26 plus years in executive search, HR consulting, and executive coaching. He is the founder director of United Resource Consultants Private Limited and a trained POSH advisor, and besides being an arbitrator. There are altogether 9 chapters. So where is this POSH Act applicable? So government, organization, residential premises, manufacturing, hospitality, cooperative societies, and office of the premises of any type, sports facilities, medical institutions, agricultural sector, transportation, educational institutes, hostels for students, courier and logistics, food delivery. I mean, everywhere, both in organized sector as well as unorganized sector. Even for women who are maid servants and they come to our houses, and they may not be coming through any kind of an employer, registered employer. So what's in it for them? How they should approach if they go through any kind of sexual harassment. So we are going to discuss about a little bit about the IC as well as the LC, the local committee, where they can file a case or where they can approach and register their complaint. Very motive of this book is to spread the good vibes and also to create the awareness about this act. This act is all about protection of women at workplace, prevention and prohibition of the sexual harassment, and create very positive vibes and healthy environment so that we all can grow holistically together. So even when we recall the articles 14 and 15 of equality of rights of equality and dignity, the beauty of this book, as you can see, in black color, dark black color, you can see the questions and the answers, which is why this book I really liked it. FAQs. It's a very handy book and a kind of a ready reckoner. So in this POSH Act there are 8 chapters and 30 sections. So let me take you through certain FAQs. So whom does this POSH Act protect? Let me take you through. Any women at the workplace, regular, temporary, daily wage, contract or ad hoc employee, probationer, trainee, contract worker, apprentice or any other such employee, students at the workplace either as interns or on research assignments, domestic workers, any visitor to the workplace, a lady, and employees, whether employed directly or through a contractor. So POSH is for women, but that doesn't mean that other genders, the third gender or men, should go through any kind of suffering. If they go through any kind of such things, definitely there is separate act and they can definitely approach to seek the justice. As per POSH Act section 2 and 3, the definition of sexual misconduct in the context of women is wide-ranging. For example, covering unwelcome sexual suggestions, acts or behavior, direct or indirect, having sexual connotations and creating an intimidating, offensive or hostile working environment. Examples of sexual harassment workplace include and cover the following broad areas: physical contact, unwarranted physical touch, kissing or advances, hugging, demand or request for sexual favors or inappropriate sexual conduct, harassment through verbal, non-verbal sedation or hints of sexual nature. The list goes on. Many times the people, those who are at certain positions, so how they, unfortunately, they exploit women. Even other people should be well aware of this, that there is law, that there is act, and they can help the women if they are going through such kind of pain and are not able to verbalize or vocalize their concern. The book has a lot of illustration. For example, what is the definition of sexual harassment and the rest of it. So this book entails the entirety of the POSH Act, right from what is the definition of sexual harassment, what is the genesis of sexual harassment. I think we all recall the Vishaka guidelines. 1997, the Bhamri Devi in Rajasthan was gang raped, and after that Supreme Court has given these guidelines called very famous guidelines, Vishaka guidelines, and in 2013 the POSH Act got legislated, enacted. So everything is there. What is the role of an employer, what is the role of IC, the internal committee, and external committee, the local committee, and how a complainant should approach, and what is the redressal mechanism. And obviously the onus lies on the respondent to prove himself innocent, and sometimes there are malicious complaint also. So I strongly urge my friends and family, my well-wishers and everybody here on social media across the borders, that one should be aware of this law, this act, POSH Act, and the objective is basically to co-create very healthy environment where women, men, all kinds of genders, we evolve holistically, and let's make this planet Earth a better place for everybody. Thank you very much. Jai Hind.